I just got my fantastic rating back, and I was a little bit nervous because I went from fantastic to great to good, and now I'm back at fantastic. I noticed that yesterday when I checked in for my Amazon dashboard. If you're not familiar with Amazon Flex, you go to the menu, go to your dashboard, and it'll show you your rating, and it'll show you like your history of your standings, and it'll show you whatever issues came up. So I'm glad to say I am back and fantastic. The reason why I'm so happy was because I wanted to come on here and actually read the article that Amazon Flex has on their Flex blog site. And it talks about there's like 4 women who have fantastic ratings. And the article is how you can learn from them. So I wanted to read the article, and I wanted to see if these were some things that I have already been employing to have a fantastic rating, or if these are some things that maybe I can start employing into my delivery practices. But I have always been trying to have, excellent service. I'm not really a TikTok person, but I have been going on TikTok every now and then, and I've seen different delivery drivers have issues, and they talk about some of the things that they do, and I'm like, okay, so I guess there are some people who are out here doing these different things, because sometimes I'll get these notes in the delivery, and I'll say, don't do this or don't do that, and I'm like, wow, people actually do those things. So yeah, I don't do a lot of the things that some of these other drivers do. So let's read the article and see what the 4 fantastic drivers that Amazon has picked out as being exemplary or exemplars for other drivers. Okay, let's get into it. All right, hopefully you all can see this. I am up close because my glasses don't always help me with these smaller text, so bear with me here. So this is from the Amazon Flex blog, and this is their article, and it says, learn from delivery partners with a fantastic standing. So let's see if we're doing what they show as their exemplars. All right. We appreciate the smiles you deliver to Amazon customers every day. We recently spoke with 3 delivery partners who have maintained a fantastic rating to learn their top advice for success and why they deliver with Amazon Flex. Meet Natalia, Dawn, and Tracy, who share how they create fantastic experiences for Amazon customers. All right, first person, Natalia from North Carolina. What advice did you have for fellow delivery partners? All right, she says, always be kind. I will take boxes or envelopes and take them to the customer's door. I smile and say hello if I see a customer when I'm delivering. Okay, so yes, I do those things. Try to speak. I say hi, how you doing, good morning, or whatever. If someone is like in their garage or whatever and their back is turned, I try to make myself known before I just pop up, and then they're startled. Say good morning, how you doing, so that way they know I'm approaching and they're not scared. How does Amazon Flex fit into your goals? All right, she says, as I transitioned to Amazon Flex, I found not just flexibility, but a renewed sense of purpose. Every delivery became more than just a job. It was a chance to bring a moment of kindness into someone's day. Alrighty. Next person, Dawn from Nevada. What advice do you have for fellow delivery partners? She says, I've been in the customer service for 30 plus years, so I treat customers how I would want to be treated, and I respect their property. Here in northern Nevada, it gets very windy, so I'll tuck small light packages or envelopes under a doormat so they don't blow away. If there's no place to put the package, I'll call the customer. So I have situations where I've done that, where I had to tuck it under the doormat because it's like really flimsy. Sometimes there are situations where I'm like literally like looking around and trying to find opportunities to secure the item or place it where it's out of view. And I'm actually going to do just another, I'm going to do a video on that, on how customers can help us help them, on just another one of those videos in terms of trying to hide packages. So that is something that I try to be cognizant of when I'm making my deliveries. I wanted to interject real quickly. She had mentioned respectful of property. I wanted to be sure that I included a statement here. I used to just get out and go and walk on people's grass, but I became kind of self-conscious about it. I didn't like doing it, so I started to become more conscious of walking on sidewalks and going up people's driveways, and even those houses where you have to go by the garage and go around the corner to get to their front door, or even super long driveways. I said if I can walk up those super long driveways to the nice houses, I can walk around the corner, walk up the sideway to the smaller house. So I have been more deliberate about respecting people's property, no matter the type of property or no matter the size of the house. Let's continue. How does Amazon Flex fit into your goals? Personally, I like driving, especially out here. I like that you're your own boss, and I get a chance to see a lot of things I wouldn't ordinarily see. I agree with that I am delivering to a lot of areas, you just don't go to on a regular day. And, I got to see a lot of beautiful homes and properties and just looking at how other people do their yard and things like that, getting ideas for myself. So I agree that you do get to see things you wouldn't ordinarily see. And my even my assistant gets to see some things too. So it's I like being out and about like that. Now we have Tracy from Michigan. What advice do you have for fellow delivery partners? While I am out delivering smiles, I always try to think like the customer, especially when placing the packages. For example, I never set a package right in front of the door, as it may be a tripping hazard. I make sure I read the customer notes and do exactly what the customer requests. Putting it right in front of the door. So I have been moving away from that. Sometimes I do place it right in front of the door. Like it just depends on the situation. But I most of the time have been trying to put like off to the side a little bit, so that way it's not directly in front of the door. But yeah, I definitely understand that. And considering we are delivering these packages from, who knows from how far, sometimes even from China, having it delivered to their front door, even if it's not like literally right up there in front of their door, having it in the vicinity of their front door is still good. So I will put it, like if they have a porch, I will try to put it out of, again, as I mentioned before, out of sight, so that way it's kind of hidden. How does Amazon Flex fit into your goals? I love the flexibility and being able to schedule my own routes and do what I can do. I love the flexibility and being able to schedule my own routes and do what I can do. Okay, so yes, sometimes you just cannot do all these different times that they offer. Sometimes there's a weather change and you just don't want to be out in adverse situations. Like yesterday, the app actually warns you that there's going to be thunderstorms in your area, so kudos to the Flex app for that. I had already had a route that I was scheduled for, and I decided to cancel because I didn't want to be out while it was raining, like severe thunderstorms. So yeah, I do the routes that I can do, and I love the flexibility. All right, let's continue. Thank you to Natalia, Dawn, and Tracy, as well as all the Amazon Flex partners for delivering smiles to Amazon customers. You can view your standing and find additional advice on how to succeed with Amazon Flex anytime by visiting your dashboard in the Amazon Flex app. All right, so those were the 3 exemplars from Amazon Flex that they provided as fantastic delivery drivers. And in your app, you will see like you have received some different compliments or whatever. And I was talking with my assistant, and so whenever there's something that comes up, like while I'm out and about, I'll just make a comment like, oh, like I do this or I do that, to try to help him. So if he wants to actually be a driver on his own, then he can use those tips when he's out and about. So it's kind of like giving him a cheat before he actually becomes an Amazon Flex driver, so that he can get those compliments. So even though you don't necessarily get tips, you can get your compliments and your ratings up, and then you can also receive promotions. So I have received a couple promotions through the Flex app, where if you do, let's say, it'll say something like, if you do a Whole Foods delivery, you get $15, or If you do a route before 9 a.m., you can get like an extra $30 or whatever it is. So being in the fantastic rating is not just let's be a goody two shoes, but you actually get some sort of additional benefits from it. I did see some people again on TikTok where they had like different I guess you can get like different brackets or whatever, and maybe their earnings go up. I'm not sure, but I did notice that they had other badges or notations on their account that I didn't have. So if I can continue to work up to that, because I know like on your dashboard it shows how many deliveries you made, and then you can go up like their ranking, and each of them come with different perks. So that is something that you can strive for on the app if that's, you know, something you desire to do. But overall, just having a fantastic rating can be financially rewarding. It's not just coming out here and throwing people's packages, you know, on their doorstep, like the videos that I posted on the shorts, where people show like how the different drivers deliver their packages. So yeah, strive for the fantastic rating, and of course, you know, try to be safe, and you know, do what you can to help. Sometimes you just do the best you can given your the situation. Sometimes there's just no place to hide the packages because, you know, at the person's front door is just exposed. They don't have a plant, they don't have anything to help you hide anything. So do the best you can, but still strive to have that fantastic rating, and then strive to do the best that you can in every situation. So that is just my little take on Amazon's fantastic ratings and their examples of 3 women who have reached the fantastic ratings and their advice for you all. And I just added, of course, my little 2 cents in. If you have any additional suggestions or advice for new delivery drivers, go ahead and drop them in the comments so that we can all grow and learn as a community. All right, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for stopping by.